Hello, the grandest archivists. Welcome back to my channel. Go ahead and preheat your ovens to 400 degrees and get a glass of milk because we have a spicy one today. We are going to be looking over our oven-baked Zander deck. Let's go ahead and take a look at something that I am introducing for all these deck spotlights. It is my rating ability index chart, or actually known as the Rye chart. And this chart right here is going to show us exactly where this deck falls on a spectrum of playability. And taking a look at the chart, we have 1 through 5 on our simple number line. At number 1, fun is finite and you want it all. And number 5, I'm going to nationals. This deck right here is going to be falling between a 1 and a 2, a 1.7 some might say. And as you can see, this deck is going to be plenty of fun for everyone playing it. However, don't expect to be doing any top 8s here soon with this deck. If you do, power to you. Now, since we have the Rye chart out of the way, let's get into the deck. Going for the deck, we start off with our normal Fire Spirit. We're going to be a fire-based assassin deck. We're running 1, 2, and level 3 Zander being our reveal Zander. For additional regalia, we have Luxera's map because we need to find our core piece, which we'll get to here shortly. Smoke Bomb for stealth and protection of our core piece. GCR, because if you don't put that in, you don't want to draw cards. Safeguard Amulet to prevent us from dying to other Zanders, Rise, or any random non-attack damage cards. Orb of Regret to try and shuffle up our hand if we are still not drawing into what we need. Water Resonance Bauble, just because we are sick and tired of water decks telling us what to do. We will not listen anymore. And Assassin's Ripper to help use those preparation counters, which we'll be getting to deal some extra damage. And then the spicy Sealed Blade tech, and that is all for our late game kill option. Now, to get into our main deck and a little explanation of it all, where you need 4 Luxem sites. The reason for this is because we need to be able to heal as much as possible because the deck is slow. You will not be doing much in this deck until level 3, and you need to make sure you can survive after you hit level 3. So 4 Luxem sites, very important. You never want to discard these, you never want to get rid of them, you always want to have them in hand and memory. Then we have 4 Excalibur of Cleansing Light. The reason for that is because we want to get rid of any little thing that's going to be annoying for us. But the additional part is that class bonus. That class bonus is going to be very important to us. And the reason for that is this next card. We're running 4 Trisket Guidance Angels. This card I have loved since the game came out. However, it is not a healthy card in this current set. It really doesn't do much. It is slow. It is very unique and interesting, but it just doesn't do what we need it to do right now. But this deck will make sure we do it. So Trisket has the cool ability of on enter, you may make her become your champion, but on addition, she can just be a normal ally on the field. And as long as she's either your champion or a normal ally on the field, all elements are enabled for you. The core idea is you really want her to be your champion, but if you still have a very healthy amount, then just go ahead and put on an ally. And the reason for that is because we're running multiple elements in this game. We're fire and wind with our allies, so we want to make sure we can cast both. So we would need a rush to get Trisket out. That's what our Luxera's map will be for. In addition, a Luxem site is just an elemental bonus. So even if Luxem site is revealed, you can still heal off of it. Which I don't think I put it in this build, but I was considering running Uncover the Plots for more preparation counters, which I still might fit in here somehow. But yes, the class bonus for Excalibur because it works off of Trisket. Gleaming Cuts for your early game when you first go into Zander, just so you could try and draw additional cards and refill your hand from rushing to level 3. Then from our fire units, all of them are going to be humans, and the reason will be clear very shortly. We're running our Korhazi Courier for more draw discard, Clumsy Apprentice for more draw power, Hasty Messenger, once again, we're going to be using that to pitch some of our cards, like our Tempered Still, our Idle Thoughts, just for that floating memory to help us accelerate. Then we have a kill option for both Trisket and Zander in our Rending Flames. This is going to be a great way to finish off the opponent, especially if you are Trisket as a champion. That's base 5 damage with her 2 inherited attack, and so you'll be critting for 10 if they don't have any response, which is plenty enough to deal with your opponent. And then we get into some of our wins. This is going to be our big kill option, is our Phalanx Captain. All of our other allies are humans, so she will make sure to go ahead and get that reduction very easily. And with Trisket either as your champion on the field, you'll be able to play her. In addition, we have 2 Swift Recruits just for more floating memory and human potential. Also, that intercept will be helpful late game. And then we're running a Tactical Sergeant, just so when Zander attacks or we use the sword with Trisket, we can go ahead and get more cards into our hand, more value. Then we're running our basic Tempered Steel for floating memory, Creative Shock for dig power, and then Increasing Danger, just because it's fun. I know I don't like giving my opponent as many cards as I should. However, in this deck, you really just want to dig for Trisket and your Gleaming Cuts and Luxem Sights as fast as possible. This is a great way to do it. Then we have 4 Idle Thoughts, and then we have our 4 Dungeon Guides. So that is the deck. The main thing is late game, if you're on Trisket and you need that extra kill potential, we do have the Sealed Blade and enough floating memory to be able to do it. And it's going to be nice. You get your class bonus and everything like that. The Smoke Bomb is here if Trisket is an ally on the field and not your champion, sort of gives her protection if your opponent tries to remove it. But yeah, so that is the basic style of the deck. It's going to be a rush to level 3, then flood the board with humans, taking advantage of the Phalanx Captain. But I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about this deck. Go ahead and put any feedback you have down below, comments, suggestions. And I appreciate you guys coming and taking a look at this video. And perhaps if we get enough suggestions, I can make an additional video going over some of the changes we could make to this deck. But I hope you guys all have fun with this deck.